What concerns me about templates and formulas for writing, for creative writing, is that they can give you a false kind of security in believing if you follow them, you will have an awesome story by the end. Now, I want to differentiate between structure, which every story needs, and formula. So we are all subject to a lot of Hollywood movies, and there's a sense that there's only three or four variations on the same thing: rom-com, the thriller, the hero's journey. And the problem with this is that when you go to write your story, you find that your story is different. It wants a different structure, but you don't know how to find it. So you grab on to a formula and you try and shoehorn your story into that formula. And what this does is it contorts your voice. You start writing in the way you think other people want you to write instead of how the story wants to be told. And this is heartbreaking because the tools to tell the story in the way that you need to tell the story are actually out there and available. But they don't come in these big formula packages. It's subtler than that. It's more nuanced. So when you work on your story, ask yourself, am I trying to follow a formula? And when I'm just thinking how we are, like, some of us are want to be good students. So we follow the formula to the T and we neglect to look inward for the answers that we're seeking. So take a moment to assess, am I working with a formula or a structure? And can I trust myself to be true to the story, to the way that it wants to be written, the way that's true for me? Because if you don't, you will feel stuck and frustrated, and you will think that it's your fault, that you aren't a good writer because you can't fit your story into this formula. I've had many students really frustrated with this idea that they don't have a through line for their, they don't have a plot line for their memoir, or they want envision the story in a different way that isn't aligned with Save the Cat or what have you. So what I'm telling you is that actually everything is possible. And what you need to do is just learn what your story needs and how to finesse the craft to make it happen.